Turned it over twice in 15 games. Twice in 15 games. Matthew Stafford, I believe.
Make sure. Am I the host? Make one stop video. Choose a virtual background. Okay. So I am on. Alright. Good. Oh, I was about to say good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to our first 2021 Lunch and Learn, hosted today by Amy Connor. So I'm gonna, one second.
I can't hear you.
Chris, you're muted.
Sorry about that, everyone. We got some more people that want to join in with us. So, again, thank you everyone for attending to today's first Lunch and Learn. Today we have a special guest, Miss Amy Connor. Miss Amy Connor graduated from the University of Central Arkansas with a Bachelor of Science in Nutrition. Amy has worked in various capacities with the nutrition field, from preparing nutritional balanced meals to nutrition data entry for patients in the hospital settings. Most recently, she worked as a weight loss consultant, coaching clients in weight management and healthy lifestyle changes. Amy's passion is health and wellness, and she puts her passion in fitness into action at Natural Grocers, where she works at currently. When she's not at Natural Grocers store, you can find her at the fitness center in the kitchen cooking delicious foods, nutritional foods, and dreaming about her next travel experience. So, no further ado, I would like to give it to Amy Connor. Miss Amy, are you on?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay. So I would like to also share a PowerPoint when we start. So let me just go ahead and see if this is going to work here.
Yeah, it should be able to. I just made you the host, so you'll be able to share your screen.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Let's see. And thank you all for participating in this Lunch and Learn. Let's see. I'm not sure. I wonder what happened to it,
So,
to the PowerPoint.
what you would do is go to share screen. You would
Right.
click on it, and it should give you different versions of how you can share your screen with the presentation.
Okay, so. I don't know what I did here. Okay, share screen. And then. Okay. Now, where would the, trying to find the,
We can see your screen.
yeah, I just don't know where my PowerPoint went, because did you see it for just a second?
No, ma'am, we didn't see the PowerPoint.
Okay. Should be here. I don't know where it went. Okay, I'm going to try to pull it up again. Okay, I'm going to try to pull it up here. I just had it. Teams. Second here. All righty. Why it's not opening here? Okay. Can you hear me still?
Yes, ma'am. We can still hear you.
Okay.
Everyone, just bear with us real fast.
Okay. So can you see?
Right now, all we can see is your name. So you'll have to go back to the share screen that you had it on at first.
Okay. So let me do this. And then start video. Okay. Here we go. So can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes. All righty. Slideshow. Okay. And you can still hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay. Thank you all for your patience. My name is Amy. I am the nutritional health coach here at Natural Grocers. We are located at 9210 Rodney Parham. Have any of you been to the store before?
Yes.
Yes, you have. Okay, good. So it's a really cool grocery store. Unlike any other in this area, it is a natural foods grocery store. All of the produce is organic. There are no artificial colors, sweeteners, or preservatives in any of our products in the store. Also, this store and the other natural grocery stores as well have a nutritional health coach here to provide classes like this, but we also provide coaching sessions. And I do these over the phone. They're an hour and it's free. So if you have health goals in mind, you can call the store and again, schedule a free coaching session. So those are some of the ways that our store is different than other stores. And so today, what I want to do is also let you know, we do have an upcoming class in January, at the end of January, January 29th. And for 3 consecutive weeks, we are going to have a 21 days to a healthier you. So it's going to be in store. And If it's something that you would like to participate in, again, it starts January 29th. And you can go on naturalgrocers.com and sign up. It's free. So I'm ready to start this new year with some super simple ways for you all to support your immune system. So that's the class that we're going to talk about today. So, all right. So we always have a reminder because the class is not intended to diagnose, treat, or mitigate any disease. And dietary supplements and foods can interact with prescription medications. So become informed about the possible interactions. And also, again, Natural Grocers is different. Natural Grocers started back in 1955 in Lakewood, Colorado. And it was at a time when good nutrition was kind of going against the grain because TV dinners and convenience processed foods came out. And so Margaret Isley, who is the founder of Natural Grocers, back in 1955, she started going door to door and giving nutrition education and whole grain bread, talking about nutrition. And so that's how Natural Grocers started. So one of their first principles is nutrition education. And so that's why there's a nutritional health coach at all of the stores. And we provide this education. Also, we have very high quality standards. There are some things we just don't bring into the store. And we do try to make shopping here affordable. Also, we do support local communities. We donate to the Arkansas Food Bank. When you shop here and you bring your own reusable bag, because this store is bagless as well, we do donate 5 cents to the Arkansas Food Bank if you bring a bag in to shop with. And then it's just a great place to work. So, but let's just talk about the immune system. So the immune system is a host defense system, and it comprises many biological structures and processes with an organism that protects against disease. So supporting the immune system is going to help protect us from disease. It's going to keep us from getting sick, as well as fight pathogens. So does anyone have any questions so far? Hello? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we hear you. I don't have any questions.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just want to make sure. All right. So while this paradigm holds a lot of truth, the current state of the world exposes a new way of looking at the immune system. So let's look at it in a more holistic approach. So supporting the immune system, again, protecting us from disease, keeping us from getting sick and fighting those pathogens, we have to consider our mental health. So our mental health has an impact on our immune system. We also have to help support healthy inflammation, because inflammation has an impact on our immune system. So we're not just thinking about our immune system, we're thinking about the other areas in our body that have an impact on the immune system. So also healthy aging, as well as the endocrine health. So let's just talk a little bit about each of those and how it impacts your immune system. So when we think about mental wellness, there's so many things to talk about as far as mental wellness is concerned. But a couple of the things are just thinking about different diets. So for example, low-fat diet. Here in America, the standard American diet really pushes a more low-fat diet. And so when we think about mental wellness, I think about my brain is about 60% fat. So if it is encouraged to eat a low fat diet, how am I going to support my brain on a low fat diet? Does that make sense?
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
So even in studies, so if our brains are about 60% fat, we need that fat to survive. There was a long-term study that included more than 12,000 people assessed over a 10-year period and found that women on low-fat diets were about 37% more likely to be depressed. And so we want to change that paradigm of a low-fat diet, and we want to incorporate healthy fats into our diet to support mental wellness. So any of your healthy fats are going to include eggs, nuts, seeds, avocados, dairy from grass-fed animals, grass-fed beef or bison, all of those. And what I want also for you all to take out of this, it's the quality of what we put into our bodies that support health. So when we think about fats, like coconut is a good healthy fat, whereas maybe canola oil or a seeded oil, or when you fry foods, those are fats too, but those are not good fats. Those are going to be bad fats. Okay. So again, don't think of a low-fat diet as a healthy way to eat. Think of healthy fats. They support cellular membranes. So if you think about your cells, we're composed of trillions of cells. Healthy fats are going to keep your cell membrane fluid enough for nutrients to go in and waste to go out. They're also a source of energy. And again, you have to remember your brain is 60% fat, so you need those healthy fats. So that's just one of the ways that we can support mental wellness when we're thinking about our immune system. So other things in mind are a whole foods diet. So if we're not getting a whole foods diet and we're not getting those vitamins and minerals that make our immune system function properly, as well as our brains functioning properly, there are nutrients that help support brain health, like a B complex, also magnesium. That's another mineral that most people are not getting enough of, but does help support mental wellness. Also our omega-3s. So your omega-3s, so if you are eating cold water fatty fish, I'm doing a class right now. Sue, I'm in a class. Let's see. So your omega-3s again are going to include cold water fatty fish, and how your omega-3s help support brain health. They help the transmission of nutrients and neurotransmitters. They reduce levels of the stress hormone cortisol. They help support healthy inflammation. So again, just speaking about mental wellness. Another thing too, most people aren't getting enough vegetables. I think only about 9% of Americans eat their suggested serving of vegetables. And so what vegetables do, vegetables are, so more of your like green vegetables, your leafy greens, your mushrooms, your onions, those types of things, cucumbers, asparagus. Those are going to provide you with vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients, fiber as well. And then they're also high in water content, but those are a great way to get your carbohydrates. So, and then we want to consider, let's go back here. We want to consider healthy inflammation. Okay, so inflammation, healthy inflammation is very important. If you get a cut or an injury, you want inflammation because that starts the healing process, but you don't want that chronic inflammation. And so having a healthy inflammatory response is very important. And so supplements that help support are your omega-3s again. So cod liver or fish oil. Again, eat that cold water fatty fish like salmon, but also taking a multivitamin can help support healthy inflammation, because what it's going to do is give you your the minimum of nutrients, your RDA, to keep a healthy person healthy, just to give them, like, fill in nutrition gaps. And so that's what a multivitamin is going to do, just fill in those nutrition gaps. Again, the omega-3s are going to help support healthy inflammation. There are other things like turmeric and curcumin. Those can also help support a healthy inflammation as well. So let's just talk a little bit about healthy aging also. So everyone, you know, we're all aging, and that's a good thing. So we should embrace it. The key is to manage how well your body ages. And so we're all unique. We all do things in different ways, but we want to age healthy. Unhealthy aging would be chronic inflammation, oxidative damage. The good news is that we can influence all of these things, all of this aging, with smart supplementation and lifestyle choices. So again, start by reducing inflammation and oxidative damage. So eat your vegetables. Make sure that you eat a rainbow of color of vegetables. Also, regular consumption of fish, like cold water fatty fish, trout, sardines, mackerel, anchovies. Those are associated with supporting healthy inflammation levels. And so there are also supplements like CoQ10, alpha lipoic acid, and vitamin C. You know, I'm doing a class right now. So let's see here. So your omega-3 fish oils, EPA, DHA, those are some of the most research in relation to their ability to help support healthy inflammation. So we want to age healthy. We also want to maintain your strength and mobility. So mobility, flexibility, strength, that means maintaining a healthy weight as well, which supports overall health. As we age, we lose muscle mass and bone mass, and our joints begin to experience some wear and tear. And so all of these body systems work together. So it's very important to stay active, to exercise, and to do some weight-bearing exercises. And then what to eat. One thing we want to do is we want to really think about balancing our meals with proteins, healthy fats, and carbohydrates. And so in a recent review published in the journal Osteoporosis International, it suggests that protein intake of 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight is optimal for adults to maintain muscle mass. So when we think about healthy aging, if we're not getting the nutrients we need, we can't support or maintain our muscle mass. So protein is very important in conserving lean muscle mass because that has to do with our ability to be mobile and as well as strength. So you want to make sure that you're eating enough protein. And so again, that calculation would be 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. And so you can take your body weight and divide by 2.2 and get your weight in kilograms. And then kind of figure 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of your body weight. But again, protein is very important. For example, if you're a 140-pound woman, let's see, you would need about 64 to 77 grams a day of protein. And so like one egg is about 6 or 7 grams of protein, okay? So good sources of protein are, of course, naturally raised and pasteurized meat, poultry, eggs, dairy products, Greek yogurt. Those are all good sources of protein. So you want to stay active. So strength training, yoga, tai chi, walking, gardening, dancing. Just find an activity that you love and do it. Regular exercise not only improves muscle strength and bone health, it also helps support that healthy inflammation. So, and then you want to keep your brain sharp. So starting, again, with those vegetables and then eating adequate amounts of protein. Also that healthy fat, because again, our brains are about 60% fat. And as we age, we want to support brain health. So we want to keep that, that brain sharp. Does anyone have any questions so far?
Could you repeat that equation again?
Oh, that equation for your, so if you take your body weight and you divide it by 2.2, that's going to be your weight in kilograms. And so you should, as far as adequate amounts of protein, 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. And again, you want to, a lot of, don't be afraid to work out and do weight bearing exercises because you're not going to get your muscles will not get too big, but the point is to maintain that muscle mass. It's very, very important. Did you figure your adequate amount of protein?
I haven't calculated it yet. Just need to get the equation. I get it. I will get it.
Okay. And if you have any problems, let me know and I can help you.
Okay.
Okay. So again, we want to support healthy aging, and then we want to support our endocrine health. So those hormones, very, very important. So endocrine disrupting chemicals in the food, water, and the homes, and how to avoid them. So basically, there are chemicals that mimic hormones and they interfere with the endocrine system in the body. So when we're thinking about a holistic approach to our immune system, this is the last little bit that we're going to talk about, and then we'll go through the rest of the PowerPoint. But these hormones, they interfere with the endocrine system and interfere with everything from growth, development, tissue function, mood, metabolism, because our hormones, they are messenger molecules that travel throughout the body, ensuring different parts of the body communicate with each other so that the entire body functions optimally. Whereas these endocrine disrupting chemicals scramble and interfere with these communications. So there are hundreds of man-made chemicals on the market, so pesticides, for example. So when we think about reducing our pesticides, if we think about our fruits and our vegetables, conventional fruits and vegetables use pesticides to, rid their crop of pests. However, with organic farming, they do not use synthetic herbicides and pesticides. So you can reduce your pesticide exposure by choosing organic. And even if you can't choose all organic fruits and vegetables, there is something called the Environmental Working Group. And so every year they have a Dirty Dozen list. And so if you look at that list, typically strawberries and apples, they're always on the list. Leafy greens. So they will give you a list every year. And, some things, like a couple of years ago, asparagus was on the list, and there was like 30 something pesticides. So again, you want to reduce your pesticide exposure. So choose organic. And if you can't choose all organic, look on that environmental working list and choose the ones that they say have the most pesticides in them. Okay. Let's see. So also, there are something called phthalates. Those are found in soft plastics and personal care. There's also something called bisphenol, which is BPA, and it's found in the linings of some canned foods, medical equipment, and thermal receipts. So again, you want to reduce your exposure to things of this nature. So for example, you'll see on bottles of shampoos, for example, phthalates are used to make plastic food containers, children's toys, that kind of things. They make plastics more flexible. And so again, they're in lotion, shampoos, those kind of things. So when you're buying those products, you want to look on the bottle and make sure it says no phthalates. Okay. You also want to avoid those BPAs too. So those are, again, linings and plastics, and a lot of cans now say BPA free. So.
Hey, Amy.
Yes.
We have a question in the chat box. They asked, where would you find the environmental working list?
Okay, the environmental working group, go on environmentalworkinggroup.com. And then that will, they will show you, hopefully they have an updated list for 2022 now. Yes, Environmental Working Group. I think it's a nonpartisan, nonprofit group. And let me know if you find that. You'll find it. And also when you come into Natural Grocers, we have a customer literature file called things that we do not, that are not in any product, things that we don't carry and why. So body care, grocery, and supplements. And so we don't have any of those things in our store either. So those endocrine disruptors. So we talked about, supporting mental health, healthy inflammation, healthy aging, and then our endocrine health, because again, those have an impact on the immune system. And so, so we want to support the health of the whole host. In turn, we will have a healthy immune system function. So, nutrition that supports immune function. Malnutrition is the most common cause immunodeficiency worldwide. And we can eat, but still have malnutrition, because if we're not getting those vitamins and those minerals from foods, so like with the standard American diet, if you were to go eat a hamburger, for lunch, and then you have, McDonald's for dinner, and we never get these nutrients, we can even be overweight, but still have malnutrition. So it would be impossible to cover all of the research regarding nutrition and immune support, but we will cover some of the best science and established paradigms. Okay. So daily foods, so probiotic foods. Probiotic foods are foods that are fermented. So like kimchi.
Hey, Clay.
Yes. Do you eat probiotic foods? Well, probiotic foods are going to increase the good bacteria in your gut. You have about 3.5, 4 pounds of good bacteria in your gut. And when we think about your immune system, about 70 or 80% of your immune system is made in your gut. So we want to increase probiotic foods. So chicken broth with garlic. Garlic is a probiotic food. You've got
Someone
lemon.
said kombucha.
Kombucha?
Kombucha,
That is
yes.
That's a probiotic drink. Very good. We also want to support, so we want to eat, daily foods, probiotic foods, and we want to support our health with vitamin D, vitamin C. Mushrooms are another supplement that has many compounds that help support the immune system. But most people don't get enough vitamin D, so that's very, very important. And then you want to have timely supplements. So these are not supplements that you take maybe all of the time, but just at certain times when you need them. So elderberry, herbal supplements, zinc and selenium. But again, you want to start your immune system with a good foundation of healthy foods. So, but probiotics help produce secretory IgA antibodies. And so this is one of the most important immune supportive proteins in the gut. So in the gut, probiotic rich foods support your gut health. So when you think about this immunoglobulin A, it's a key antibody, and it's a component of your mucosal membrane, your tears, and your saliva. And about daily, there is about 3 to 5 grams secreted every single day to support your immune system. And so what this does, it protects us from pathogens and toxins that may penetrate these mucosal surfaces. So we want to keep our mucosal membranes healthy with probiotic foods, okay? Let's see. And then in the gut, probiotic rich foods support the immune system. Probiotic bacteria modulate inflammation and teach immune cells how to be effective, but not overactive. So you want that healthy balance of immune cells. Also, a balanced inflammatory response throughout the body. This supports the resolution phase of the immune system. So the resolution phase of the immune system is the inflammatory response. So you want to make sure that you have a healthy inflammatory response. And then also probiotic rich foods support a strong and healthy gastrointestinal barrier. The gut barrier is our first line of immune defense. And so, see here, it's a semi-permeable structure. So your gastrointestinal barrier is a semi-permeable structure, and the secretions allow uptake of essential nutrients and immune sensing. So again, you want to support your gut with probiotic foods. So, and we have a good selection of fermented foods here. We have pickles, carrots, different like sriracha sauces, kimchi. We have kefir, coconut kefir, just lots of probiotics that help, or probiotic foods that help support your gut health. So, and then probiotic foods such as chicken broth with garlic. Garlic is a rich and unique sulfur containing compound, which can help support healthy levels of immune cell numbers, types, and their function, as well as modulate inflammation. So, add garlic to your meals. Also, chicken broth can support the immune system by modulating inflammation and supporting healthy mucus production in the upper respiratory tract. Also, chicken is rich in L-cysteine, which is a building block of glutathione. So, L-cysteine is an amino acid. So when you think about chicken, chicken is a protein, and proteins break down into amino acids. So, even better, chicken soup can be a base for adding other immune-friendly foods. So, add leeks, mushrooms, lemons, and other herbs and spices. And garlic. We have lots of good organic garlic here at Natural Grocers. Also, lemon and honey. So you can add lemon and honey to your daily foods. So lemons contain antioxidants and can support the immune system due to their rich content of vitamin C. They have about 30 milligrams per lemon. Honey by itself has been seen across multiple randomized controlled trials to support healthy mucus production and support the health of the upper respiratory tract, as well as support sleep in children. So lemon and honey tea relaxes and soothes respiratory tissues and helps maintain the respiratory tract to maintain humidity for inspired air. And then you want to think about, so not only probiotic foods that help support the immune system, but daily supplements. So vitamin D, almost all immune cells express vitamin D receptors. Taking 1,200 IUs of vitamin D daily was shown to support immune function in the upper respiratory tract. It also reduces the creation and activation of overactive immune cells. So your vitamin D is going to help support healthy levels of immune cells. You don't want not enough and you don't want too many. You want that healthy level. Let's see. So vitamin D is also critical to get on a daily basis to provide long-term immune support. Vitamin D status often decreases during the winter months. Supplementing with vitamin D during the winter months is especially important for supporting immune function. So that's one supplement that most everyone should be taking. Also, vitamin C. So vitamin C, free radicals suppress healthy immune development. So many of vitamin C's immune supportive effects are attributed to its antioxidant function. So vitamin C aids the immune system by stimulating rapid immune support and helping immune cells respond quickly. You don't want them lagging. So, and then mushrooms. It is our nutrient to know about. So we have a nutrient to know about every quarter, and we just educate our customers about this nutrient. So mushroom is our nutrient to know about. And so mushrooms contain hundreds of different bioactive compounds that exhibit free radical scavenging, inflammation modulation, and immune support activities. So reishi, chaga, turkey tail, they all help support your immune system. And so the cell walls of a mushroom are made of glucans. And so glucans interact with receptors on immune cells to support or modulate immune function. Most studies show glucans support early stages of immune function that are active during the first 1 to 5 days of the immune response. We have lots of mushroom supplements here at the store. And then these are our timely supplements. So elderberry is not something that you, that there's an RDA that you need to have every day. However, when the time comes and you need to help support your immune system, elderberry does contain a plethora of phytonutrients that function as free radical scavengers, and they do help maintain cellular integrity. So we want our cellular health healthy. So remember those healthy fats that help support cellular integrity as well. But elderberry does, it's a very important component of healthy immunity, and it also helps support immune function in the respiratory tract. So it helps modulate inflammation due to its free radical scavenging properties. And also elderberry modulates inflammation in certain immune cells like neutrophils and macrophages. So also, echinacea is the most researched plant in the world. So it supports with healthy white blood cell production and supports phagocytosis, also supports a healthy respiratory inflammation response. So another one is oregano oil. So oregano oil contains unique phenols like thymol and carvacrol, and it supports a robust immune response. So also studies show zinc, lozenges and syrup supports immune function in the mouth, nasal passage, throat, and the upper respiratory tract. Lozenges may have an astringent taste in your mouth. This is a sign that it's working and that the zinc has created an electrical gradient in the respiratory tract, maintaining cellular defenses. So also zinc can support the production of immune proteins such as that immunoglobulin A and other peptides. Selenium is also another mineral that helps support the immune system. Selenium deficiency severely decreases the ability of immune cells to function. So other studies show that selenium deficiency actually allow the virus to become stronger. So again, when you think about nutrition and eating a whole foods diet of good quality proteins, healthy fats, and carbohydrates, that will help you get the nutrients you need, those vitamins and minerals to help support your body. If you're not eating a good foundation of healthy food, you won't be getting those nutrients. And you can supplement, but I really encourage you to start with a healthy foundation of foods. So thank you so much. When we take these steps to support our immune system and educate others to do the same, we can work towards enhancing community immune competence. So this is sound, timely, and will do no harm and potentially a lot of good. So does anyone have any questions?
Let me look in the chat box to see if anybody's asking any more questions.
So again, when we think about super simple ways, we want to incorporate those probiotic foods, because that's going to help support the gut health. And again, most of your immune system is made in the gut. So we want to support the immune system. So this is real simple, just start adding probiotics to your daily diet. And then those supplements that like vitamin D and vitamin C that are important to have every day. And then those timely supplements that you need, just if you get a cold or if you're feeling a little under the weather, then those elderberry, echinacea, those sorts of supplements can help support your immune system. So did you ever think it could be so easy?
No. Speaking for myself, I'm a health nerd. I try to eat my greens and vegetables, even though I don't like greens that much, but try to eat my greens and vegetables. So knowing some other supplements and things that I can include within my own diet to make sure my immune system is pretty much at the best it can be, so it can fight off these diseases, and especially right now with COVID, I do appreciate it. And saying that was very informative.
Well, I appreciate the participation. Yeah, and it's so important because you want your immune system to be robust, to handle these things.
Right.
So, yeah. And so again, if anyone ever wants to schedule a coaching session and talk further about eating to support health. And then again, I do want to remind you all of the 21 days to a healthier you starting January 29th. What we're going to do for 3 weeks, we're going to talk about eating to support healthy blood sugar. And also other things, we're going to take a holistic approach to 21 days to a healthier you. But again, it's going to be a lot about eating to support healthy blood sugar. That's so, so important. So I hope that, if anyone is interested, they will come to the classes. And again, you can sign up on naturalgrocers.com.
Does anyone have any questions they would like to ask Miss Amy before we close out today?
Yes. With
Yes.
Having a healthy gut, would not cleansing help with that, since 80% of your immune system lies there?
I would not cleanse. What I would do is I would change my diet, because so if you start eating a whole foods diet and it's good quality and you eat proteins, healthy fats, and carbohydrates, okay, when you eat vegetables, when you eat those leafy greens, they support detoxification in your body. So I don't think it's the best approach to buy a cleanse. I think it's better to start eating healthy, drink that water, because your body is amazing. And if you treat it right, it's because you can't do a cleanse and then not eat healthy. So I would say start with a healthy foundation of food, eat those leafy greens because those provide you with nutrients, but they do help support healthy detoxification in your body. Drink water too. Half your body weight in ounces of water. I mean, so many people don't do that, but that's another thing that's a very simple fix. It's a very simple thing to do to support health, is just drinking water. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Still, before you get started your body has to adjust to a healthier diet. However, before all of that, I still believe in cleansing.
Well, are you talking about a cleanse that you buy and that you do for a certain number of days?
Well, for my knowledge of healthy system, cleansing 4 times a year is just a good thing to do because of the food that we eat. And for those that are not able to buy the organic foods and what have you, you
Mhm.
still have a lot of buildup in your system
Well,
from the
there
things
is,
you eat.
I wouldn't do a cleanse, but if you're wanting to help support healthy detoxification, milk thistle is an herb, because
Yeah.
your liver is your workhorse, and that's where the
Correct.
detox happens. And so milk thistle would be a supplement that has a lot of science behind it, that
Right.
helps support healthy detox. But again, I would drink the water and eat those leafy greens, because
Right.
those, yeah.
I'm not
When
disagreeing
you
with that.
say
I'm not disagreeing.
cleansing, are you speaking on like you're cutting off certain foods, or you're not eating any foods, you're just juicing, or you're just, pretty much like a water detox, you're only just drinking water for a certain period? How are you cleansing?
I have a cleanser that I take.
Okay,
It's
okay,
not here. I'm into holistic health myself.
okay. But I was just asking just to
Yeah,
get
that's why. But
clarification
water
on.
is important too, and that is something that a lot of people do not do. And dehydration causes that when they don't properly hydrate with water.
Yeah, you need to properly hydrate with about half your body weight in ounces of water.
Correct.
And I think too, I just think cleanses can sometimes, I don't know how beneficial they are, but I know that our body, our liver detoxes.
Oh yeah.
And so that's why I think, in my mind, the best thing is to just, and you don't have to, some people can change their habits right away.
Mhm.
Other people, you want to take steps in changing. So
Right.
if you're, so it all depends in your approach to, improving health. So.
Gotcha.
And I also, I don't always recommend supplementation for everything. I want you to take a holistic approach, and I want, like if you look at, if you're eating your leafy greens, you're detoxing your body. How much water are you drinking? Those types of things. I don't just always use supplementation. You want to start with that whole foods foundation first. You want to do all of these other things. I don't believe in a whole bunch of supplements, but I do believe in like vitamin D, vitamin C. There are supplements that we do. Magnesium, most people don't get enough. I mean, vitamin D, everyone should be taking that. But I think, working on healthy stress levels, eating properly, getting enough hydration, exercise, all of those things are, steps that one should take to promote your immune system and better health in general. So. Are there any more questions? Hello?
I'm sorry. I thought
Oh, okay.
I didn't know I had my on mute. So Angela, she asked, are you saying we are to drink half our body in ounces of water each day?
Yeah, half your body weight, so if you weigh 120, then you want to drink 60 ounces of water per day. If you exercise and you sweat more, or if it's summer and you're sweating, then you want to up that water.
So what about those that just pretty much prescribe to a gallon a day?
Well, what we suggest is at least half your body weight in ounces. So if you want to drink a gallon, that's okay. But at least, because you have to think about people are all different sizes too.
Mhm.
So if you just, as far as individual needs, your body needs at least half your body weight in ounces of water a day.
Right.
If you want to drink more, I think that that's awesome.
Got you. Thank you.
And your water simply helps support your mucosal membranes as well. So it not only keeps you hydrated, but supports those mucosal membranes.
That was our last question in the chat, Miss Amy.
Okay. Well, thank you all.
Thank you, Miss Amy.
And
Thank-
here's to supporting your immune system with those super simple ways.
All right, everyone. Thank you for attending to today's Lunch and Learn for super simple ways to support immunity. I hope Miss Amy gave you all some very good informative information that you can take with you. If anyone who is on the Zoom today knows anyone that wasn't able to attend, this will be recorded. Well, this is recorded, so it will be shown on the City of Little Rock wellness page, and also on the City on the Move Facebook page. So you guys, thank you again, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Thursday.
Thank you.